What's up everyone, and welcome back to a brand new vlog. So after many days, many weeks and many months, we can finally say, well at least I can, as I'm very proud that Dad has finally got this, the new i30N. It's definitely taken its time, and from the Porsche to trying to persuade him to the GR, he has now gone for the i30N, and he's made an incredible decision. Finished in Performance Blue and from Ken Brown Motors in Letchworth. And you might remember I did make a video on this, not this same car, same spec and everything, and we took it out pretty much to the same place, and we loved it. The video did really well, and although this will just be Dad collecting it today, and if anything just an update to the channel, there's not going to be much driving as it's so slippery on the road, so muddy. I mean, the car is, well, I think it looks right in the camera, but it's already muddy. But the amount of videos I will be making from this, as I cannot wait to get more in depth with this car. Sadly, with the Porsche, COVID just hit at the wrong time, and although I still made the collection video and some London drives, it was so hard to film. But for this, now to be on the channel, well, you'll see quite a few of it off it. And well, I suppose without further ado, might as well speak to Dad and see how he feels finally purchasing the new i30N.
So hi, welcome to my brand new Hyundai i30N Performance 8-speed DCT. So this is the new 2021 version. Just been and collected it. We've got 12 miles on the clock, so it's brand spanking new. And as you can probably tell from the grin on my face, it's pretty awesome so far. And no running apparently, according to the dealer. So what we've got is a 285 brake horsepower, 4-cylinder, 2-litre turbo engine. Although these are being dynoed at about 305, I think, out the box, so it's definitely got a lot of power. I'm really impressed with it so far. It's in Performance Blue, which Josh told me that I had to get. And I don't blame him, because it's a stunning colour in real life actually. So what we've got here is got the 19-inch Pirelli P0 tyres with the new 19-inch forged alloy wheels. The cool feature about these, which I found out through some internet searching, is that these wheels are actually made by Fuchs, who, or I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, who made the original Porsche wheels. So there's something interesting. It's a 5-door, which is interesting because I haven't had a 5-door ever, I don't remember. Not for certainly a long time. I've had performance hatches, Renault Sport Clios was my thing, then the Abarths, and then the Porsche Cayman. And now I've got a 5-door, which is a little bit old manish, but this is not a normal 5-door. If you come around the back, you see more of the pinstripes, which I think really contrast well with the Performance Blue. And then you see those gigantic, and they are gigantic, performance exhaust tips. I can fit my fist in there. And I've got quite big hands, so that's quite an impressive thing. Obviously got the subtle i30N badging. You've got the sort of Formula 1 inspired triangular rating brake light there with the spoiler. It's quite subtle. The colour's not, I do understand that, it's quite bright. And I think everybody knows what it is by nowadays. When they see a Performance Blue on the road, they know it's an i30N. But of course, you've now got the i20N that's just come out as well, and then there's the Elantra N as well coming out, and the Kona N. So the whole N range is going to expand. This is just the reimagination, the facelift, if you will, for the current i30N. If I show you inside, one of the cool features is the light-up seats. Yes, it's a little bit of a gimmick, but the seats are super comfortable, very, very nice, and very, very comfortable straight away. And they're the performance seats. So these are an optional extra, but leather and Alcantara, and super comfortable. They lack the adjustment of the original seats, but to be perfectly honest, they're just very basic and simple. You come around to the back of the car, just so you know that you're driving a performance car. You've got the strut brace at the back there to keep this thing nice and tidy on the road. And there's plenty of room in the boot as well, actually. The boot has got lots of room. So yeah, so it's a pretty cool car. Bit rubbish is the N-line performance mats. They don't do an N mat for the car at the moment, which is a little bit disappointing. But I can sort that out, I'm sure, with an aftermarket company, I'm sure, at some point. So that's it pretty much. You've got the shark fin aerial on the top there, which I think looks quite cool, especially in the polished black finish. And overall, I think it looks good. I like it. I like the new lights. The new light cluster I think is excellent. LEDs. much improved. And the front is just a little bit more angular, a little bit sharper than the previous version. From a facelift perspective, I think they've done a good job. Love these actual proper vents. You know, this is the sort of stuff you get on performance, like you know, sports cars and supercars. But to actually have vents that actually work with the aero, I think is fantastic. So, welcome to the cockpit, the working part of the i30N. Straight away, I've got it in performance custom, so the N modes. On the driver's steering wheel, obviously this is the 8-speed DCT, so you've got the 2 flappy paddles, you've got the driver's modes, the various different modes that you can go through. You've got normal, sport and eco. Eco, I think essentially shuts off a cylinder if I'm right, but it's absolutely brilliant for just driving around if you're riding around town, etc. Because this isn't fantastic on fuel economy, from what I've read so far. But for me, it's going to be in N mode. So N mode is basically the design for the performance part of the car, and I love the fact that with this it's so customizable. So if I just press on the dashboard here, we go into the star and then we go into custom. We've got this incredible spiders diagram, and what we can do here is change the suspension setting to sport and then sport plus. In Sport Plus, this is purely, honestly, for a racetrack. I drove this on a normal B road in Sport Plus, and it nearly broke our backs. It was absolutely unbelievable, but just too much for the normal road. So I dial the suspension down. I prefer it in normal. It's still hard. It's still hard. I'm not going to say it's not hard, because it still is. Steering wise, again, you've got Sport and Sport Plus. Sport Plus is literally pinpoint. It's absolutely unbelievable, and again, I think, you know, until I get this on a racetrack, I'm never really going to use that at the moment. So again, dialed that down. The exhaust sound is always going to be on maximum. Okay, this thing pops and crackles like a packet of Rice Krispies. It's fantastic, but again, you can dial it down and you can essentially turn it off, which is good for the neighbours. It's got an electronic limited slip differential at the front wheels, and that works really well. You can change the transmission and you can change the engine, and you can dial this whole thing right down, you can dial it right up. And I think that's the thing that I love the most about it, is the customizable package. When we took the GR Yaris out, it is what it is. And apart from the mode settings where you can change it from 4-wheel drive to 70-30 splits, etc., you couldn't do anything to the car, whereas this is completely customizable, from the exhaust to the steering to the suspension to the electronic limited slip differential. There's so many different customizable bits to it, and I think the fun will be working out what is absolutely right for me. This is the 8-speed DCT. It's a wet clutch. Okay, so and I can only say the only other DCT that I've driven that was on a par with this, or is maybe it was better than, I don't know, I don't think it was the 488 GTB that we drove in Dubai. This is sublime. It's unbelievable. It's intuitive. It changes up and down depending upon your driving style. And I only know this, obviously we've only done a few miles in this car now because it's brand new, but when we had the previous car, we did 2 long test drives on it, so we were able to take it out for a good run. So as I say, I'm quite impressed with this. When using the paddles, they're really responsive, they're instant, especially in N mode. And I think that's the coolest thing about it, is the fact that, as I say, it's so customizable. Sound system sounds really good, and then you've got your normal safety features that are in here as well. You've got Apple CarPlay or Android CarPlay, and then you've got the 12-volt sockets down here. It's charging wireless, so it's pretty well kitted out, I think, overall. And I have no idea how to use half the stuff, because literally I've picked it up, but that's obviously going to be the fun, is learning how to use the whole car. On the steering wheel, you've got the various different modes for N modes, but the most important button is this little one here, which is the NGS, the N green shift, as they call it. It's unbelievable. So basically, what does that do? It unleashes hell for 20 seconds, and the whole car tightens up. The steering, the suspension, the exhaust gets louder. The whole car just gets everything thrown at it, and then you blast for 20 seconds. It takes a minute to reboost. Okay, once you've had that minute's over, you can then press that button again and the whole thing will go again. So again, I guess probably the best time to use that would be on track days, or maybe trying to get past somebody on a B road where tractor or something like that. Not that you need it, because the power in this thing is unreal. As I say, it's a 285, I think it is now, out the box, but people are dynoing these at 305. But yeah, the seats are super comfortable. I'm really pleased with these sport seats. Yeah, I know the light up end is a little bit of a gimmick, but I like gimmicks, and I think it's excellent, so I'm chuffed to bits with it. And of course we've got old school analog dial still, just before they brought out the new i30N has completely digital dashboard. I'm really old school. I like those. In fact, I love them. The way they light up, the look of them is absolutely perfect. So yeah, I'm proper happy and can't wait to put a few miles on the car and get used to it and enjoy driving it. I've been without a car for 6 months, so looking forward to it and doing a lot of stuff with Josh.
So, as I was saying, it's so good to finally be able to film with this car with Dad's number plate on, and I am looking forward to making so many videos of this, from the exhaust to the sound to probably the whole top good things about it. And there's always stuff in cars about you not hate, but maybe some things you'd like to change on it, and I'd definitely like to experience more about this car. But as for my channel, so now working with Petrol Hensum full time, because I'm pretty sure when this video comes out I would have announced it on his channel. I've just got so much going on now, and it's ridiculous how busy it's got, which is just what I wanted. You know, it's crazy how it's all changed, and it's been unreal. Just there's a lot of videos in the build up of being uploaded, so hopefully this video will be up in no later than a week. But for you guys watching this right now, and I hope I don't bore you too much, there's a hell of a lot of videos coming, a lot of me travelling hopefully soon. Fingers crossed COVID doesn't mess it all up, but a lot of content from the other side of the world, some very exclusive content. And I've also got the TV show, which will be coming out very soon, the London Spotting Supercars, which Harry filmed with us back in February. Funny enough, that's when we had the Porsche, and that will be coming out soon. And yeah, it's going to be one hectic November. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see how my channel's going to go, as well as building Petrol Hensum one, but this will always stay, and hopefully build more of the London spottings on my channel, more stuff with Dad, and I'm definitely excited to see where it's going to go. But I feel like now this is like, I can see a bit of light because it's all working now, and yeah, we'll have to see where it goes. And I mean, as long as I'm happy, and you know, I'm never going to get bored of cars, put it that way. You'd rather me see cars and talk, but we'll see what I can create. And thank you so much for watching. Please give it a like, please share, and please subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next vlog.